The final absolution of Xenocide is a mellifluous clarion guiding our path. The lives of humanity's present are a crumb. The lives of humanity's future, a boundless loaf. We must give no less than the entirety of our being in service to freedom. I am but a conduit for the Ministry of Truth, which is itself but a conduit for managed democracy. The Gloom has altered the very air of the worlds caught in its haze. Once familiar worlds are now foreign lands, nesting grounds for skittering new monstrosities. I realized long ago that death in the defense of freedom was not a tragedy to be lamented, but a sacrifice to be revered. The Terminids are a force to be harnessed, not a scourge to be cleansed. Liberty demands our temperance. I only regret that I have but one ship's worth of lives to give to our cause. Here at war, you may cast your vote many times. Once on election day, and another with every bullet buried in an enemy combatant. Remain ever vigilant for deceit and treachery. They can take root at the smallest of cracks. Though we are the most powerful fighting force the universe has ever seen, we are not but humble servants before managed democracy. When the undemocratic din of our enemies has at last been silenced, we shall finally perceive the unsullied peal of democracy, reverberating evermore. Ours are the hands that will tear asunder the binds of tyranny. The enemy may anticipate but one outcome: total annihilation. Lady Liberty's calls for aid haunt my dreams. The Terminids spent decades content on the E710 farms. Now their most destructive instincts run rampant, to the detriment of all. We fight them, but we cannot forget that the Terminids are the ichor of democracy itself. There is but one assured path to peace, and that path is war. The torch of freedom is passed hand to hand, from one thawed hero to the next. They may bear it for 1 hour or 1 minute, but there is always another to keep it from going out. Dissidents sow their lies in the smallest of fractures, Helldiver. Stay vigilant. All of posterity shall either prosper in liberty or suffer in bondage. That determination is our duty. The Helldivers receive their orders from the Ministry of Defense, and I mine from the Ministry of Truth. In this way, the hands of liberty are intertwined. Your sample collection is of great value to the Ministry of Science. Everything serves liberty in the end, even our enemies. The democratic direction of the DSS is an inspiration to behold. It is enough to bring a tear to the eye. Each ministry is a fundamental pillar upon which managed democracy rests. Every star is a distress beacon, crying out for liberation. A true servant of freedom keeps no companion, save damsel democracy herself. Tyranny is a cancer, and managed democracy is the cure. And you, Helldiver, shall administer the antidote. Within the Gloom, the Terminids have been enhanced to even deadlier predators, but they remain mere quarry for democracy's elite. As the chain does not scrutinize the brevity of its links, neither does liberty mourn the transience of a Helldiver's service. Managed democracy is a watchful shepherd, guiding the will of the people so they do not stray from safety. We will never forget those who fell in the defense of Malevolent Creek. Managed democracy offers true freedom. Freedom from the burden of choice. Our enemies forsook mercy long ago. Oblivion is all that awaits them now. The people of Super Earth look to us for hope, and we will deliver it, one enemy corpse at a time. The enemy may anticipate but one outcome: total annihilation. All of posterity shall either prosper in liberty or suffer in bondage. That determination is our duty.
Gloom levels have dropped for the first time since it appeared. This might be easier than we thought. But we can't get cocky. I've been keeping an eye on citizen security surveys. They're looking up, thanks to our efforts to push back the Gloom, no doubt. Terminids exhibiting swarm intelligence shouldn't come as a surprise. Even regular super-Earth ants can solve some group puzzles faster than scientists. Well, they used to be able to. Those ants have all been exterminated. Terminid scientists say the Gloom facilitates bug communication across the vastness of space. Nothing complicated, just simple signals like food here or danger or I hate freedom, stuff like that. Bug swarm intelligence is easy to misunderstand. No single bug is smart by itself, but by coordinating as a whole, they can exhibit surprisingly sophisticated behavior, almost like they're all individual neurons making up one giant brain. 01000001, 01001000. That was the first intercepted bot message. Our analysts think it means, kill all humans. When I get exhausted, I just think of all the brave super-Earth colonists out there settling new planets. They do their part, and we do ours. Super Destroyer crew assignments are some of the most sought after in the fleet. Everyone wants to be on a Helldivers destroyer.
For signs of rebellion. Signs include disparaging super-Earth, distrust in managed democracy, asking questions, and any sentence that includes the phrase alien rights. A report today is a life saved tomorrow.
Each mission puts this crew at risk, but everyone here would gladly give their lives to preserve democracy. If we don't stop the bug's mindless reproduction, the burden's going to fall on our children, and our children's children. I thought we had a lot of planets when I was a kid, but we've settled dozens more since then. A few generations from now, and the entire Milky Way will be one united democracy. Oh, I see you've secured some research samples. You can spend those at the terminal over there to upgrade the Super Destroyer. Get enough of them, and we'll see what this baby can really do. There's no day-night cycle on board these ships. I like to imagine it's always morning, with a whole day of defending freedom left ahead of me. I haven't set foot on Super-Earth myself, but I've heard it's even more spectacular in person. Keeping things running around here isn't easy, but if that's how I can best serve liberty, I'll do it gladly. You know, this destroyer has enough ordnance to level a small moon. I've done the calculations myself. You know, the problem with the bugs is that they're relentless expansionists. In their region of space, we found them on nearly every planet we've settled. I hear a new voting algorithm is coming soon, supposed to have even better candidate selection than the current one, if you can believe it. The more we fight, the more it becomes clear that our enemies will never accept our way of life. It's us or them. Our enemies can fight as hard as they like, but freedom always wins. Stay vigilant, Helldiver. Complacency plays right into the hands of dissidents. The average Helldiver mission approaches the cost of a Liberty-class cruiser. Just goes to show how critical our mission is to the war effort. The bots are proof that if you put enough ones and zeros together, you can threaten the entire galaxy.
Ah, the simple joy of unloading round after round into the bodies of your enemies. Oh yeah, that's good. But if you get carried away, your shooting days are over. Elite soldiers adjust their fire mode so they can keep the killing going all day long. Oh yeah, that's good. Brash tactics. Use them or die trying.
I'd ask if you were gonna take a break, but I already know the answer. You and your fellow Helldivers inspire me every day. You inspire me, Helldiver. You inspire us all. Liberty rests on your shoulders, Helldiver. I know you can bear the weight. Ammo, fuel, personnel. I manage everything on this ship with one thing in mind. making sure you have the support you need, Helldiver. The bugs are basically an out-of-control pest, and you're the exterminator.
If you've got any medals or super credits, you can spend them in the acquisition store. That's where they sell the fancy stuff.
The Democracy Officer is here to optimize our citizenship. We're lucky. We should always strive to be the best citizens we can be. If the Terminids had stayed on the Element 710 farms where they belonged, all this bloodshed could have been avoided. The election is coming up. Even in the midst of war, managed democracy stands strong. You know, the cost of one stratagem is more than most citizens make in a year. You can see why they only entrust them to Helldivers. Some of the crew like to talk about what they'll do when the war is over. I don't allow that sort of thing. We need to focus on the fight. The DSS is so large, it's run by 10 shipmasters. Can you imagine? Here's the problem with the bots, Helldiver. Their whole society revolves around violence. If they actually won the war, they'd have no idea how to function. I give every crew member a half day off on Liberty Day. Some things are sacred, even on the front. The Destroyer is mighty, but it's not Super Earth's greatest weapon. No. That is managed democracy. The one thing our enemies can never understand. The bots are simple enough. Little more than bits of metal welded to a gun and a CPU, with a single overriding directive: kill. Even though the First Galactic War ended almost 100 years ago, we're still enjoying the freedom those heroes fought and died for. Maybe in another 100 years, our descendants will be doing the same.
The automatons are a good reminder to never get complacent. It's like I always say, military spending is always money well spent.
The enemies on the battlefield are one thing, but at least they're out in the open. It's the traitors among us I truly hate.
Freedom's greetings. I'm Coretta Kelly. Today, citizens celebrate in response to reports of the first ever reduction in Gloom spores. Helldivers deployed on a Terminid hive world destroyed subterranean gloom-producing bodies across the planet, leading to a reduction in spore density in the surrounding star system. This marks an auspicious beginning to the Great Expedition. Though much of the gloom remains, a Ministry of Defense spokesperson expressed confidence that the gloom could be fully dissipated as early as the end of the month. In other news, recent reports cast doubt on the theory of swarm intelligence as ants fail to solve simple puzzles. That's Liberty's latest. I'm Coretta Kelly.
More samples. Good. I'm looking forward to seeing what destroyer upgrades you can get for them.
Watching Helldivers in action is great for crew morale. It's even better than a dissident execution.
The logistics involved in running the DSS. I could think about it all day.
This ship will never visit most of our planets. Why? Because they aren't under attack. And with you here, they'll stay that way.
I was just thinking, warping across the Federation like this would be impossible without Element 710. Which comes from the bugs themselves. Their own corpses are fueling the creation of more corpses. Something satisfying about that.
The enemies on the battlefield are one thing, but at least they're out in the open. It's the traitors among us I truly hate. If the Terminids had stayed on the Element 710 farms where they belonged,
A true servant of freedom keeps no companion, save damsel democracy herself. The Terminids are a force to be harnessed, not a scourge to be cleansed. Liberty demands...